let's have a look at former Labor figures doing very well thanks to the largesse of taxpayers. As the Australian reported, Julia Gillard's former Chief of Staff, Ben Hubbard, has been awarded several contracts totaling almost $134,000 with Commonwealth agencies since last year's federal election, including one with the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet. Well, it gets even better. The Sydney Morning Herald reports former Labor Minister Greg Combet was awarded a lucrative contract advising the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet without an open tender process, taking the value of contracts won by Labor figures since the Albanese government's election to nearly $160,000. We're not accusing those recipients of acting improperly, not at all, but I've got to say the optics aren't great for the Albanese government. Remember what Attorney General Mark Dreyfus was saying when he was in opposition about the Morrison government dishing out public money under those circumstances?
Mr Morrison is campaigning there for more corruption, for less scrutiny, for less accountability.
He's not campaigning more corruption, isn't he just saying governments should be able to hand out government money?
He's saying he doesn't want scrutiny, he doesn't want accountability, he doesn't want an anti-corruption commission to be telling him that he's behaved in a corrupt manner.
Yes, they were very vocal about this practice when they were in opposition. Climate Change and Energy Minister Chris Bowen had some thoughts as well. He tweeted, "The new Treasurer Josh Frydenberg thinks it was a fantastic idea to shovel $500 million to a private foundation without tender or process. Same old policies, same old failures." And Brendan O'Connor was outraged by the prospect of public money being spent without an open tender process.
Given the track record of this government and given the hyper-partisan Liberal Party pollster, Crosby Textor received some of this taxpayers' money to assist with this campaign without having to bid for the work in an open tender, Labor has the following questions for the government. Why didn't the government ensure that taxpayer expenditure was subject to an open tender? These questions, Deputy Speaker, should be answered. Otherwise, we can conclude that the government has something to hide.
How quickly the worm turns. Now that Labor is in power, they're happy to see taxpayer funds go to former Labor figures without a tender process. Perhaps they're just creating potential cases for their new National Anti-Corruption Commission to look at.